Hey, bestie. So now I want to talk about how to remove the scarcity mindset. Let's talk about how to remove the scarcity mindset. This is very important. I want you to tap in. Removing the scarcity mindset. The first thing you must do is be aware. I want you to start by doing this. Recognize and acknowledge your scarcity mindset. Pay attention to your thoughts and beliefs about money and abundance, right? Be aware. The first step, this is the first step of transformation. You have to be aware. Now, let's talk about being aware of scarcity mindset, our first step. How do I be aware? So, if I'm not aware that I just spend money randomly and I swipe my credit cards all day, every day, emotionally shopping, if I'm not aware of that, how can I change that? We must be aware of scarcity mindset in the things that we do, right? We have to be aware and acknowledge it. I can't help you reach financial success if you aren't even aware and admitting the things where you know you have shortcomings. That's just the reality of it. I have to be authentic with you guys. I have to, because this is what's going to help you. You have to really dive deep into yourself when it comes to this. Be aware of your thoughts. What are you telling yourself? You have to be aware. Are you telling yourself that, I just need 4 or 5 hustles, I need 7 streams, I got to make this money? You're chasing. Be aware that that is called chasing money. That is not a form of attracting abundance. That is a form of, it's a scarcity mindset. Chasing money is a scarcity mindset. You want to know why we chase money? It stems all the way back from what we come from. If you're a person that grew up with not enough or just enough to make ends meet, or you never really seen big enough in your life and what you're trying to go, you can hold on to a scarcity mindset and have yourself believing that you're not worthy, right? We have to understand and be aware of the things that we're doing, putting into our mind. So, first, this thing is about self. It's all about self. What are you telling yourself? Are you saying to yourself, oh, I'm never going to be a homeowner, I don't make enough money? That's a scarcity mindset. You're scared. You're putting all of these scared things into your mind, and you don't even know. You never sat with a professional. You don't know what it takes to reach that goal. You're operating with a scarcity mindset. And if you are doing that, you're not yet aware. So I want you to be aware. Stop telling yourself these things, okay? Number two is going to be challenging your limited beliefs. Question the validation of your limited beliefs about money. Ask yourself, are they based on facts or unknown things that you just don't know? And you're just like, oh, that's not for me. I don't know. I'll figure it out later, right? Challenge your limited beliefs. You know, sit with a professional, figure out, get some evidence on these things, find out the correct and effective knowledge that it takes to hit your goal. If it is your desire to be a dream owner, right? A dream, if it is your dream to be a home owner, challenge your limited beliefs. The first challenge really would be sitting with a financial professional. And I can say that from a personal perspective, right? You guys, if you know my story, 2015, the hardest year of my life, the worst year of my life, right? What did I do that had me open my eyes up bigger and transform and challenge my limited beliefs? It was when I sat with a financial professional. You want to know why? Because when I sat with a financial professional, I was able to see, like, hey, I'm in a negative every month, but the good thing about it, I know how to make money. I was having money. My cash flow was good. I just didn't know how to manage money. Right. So I had to challenge myself and say, I got to get organized and get some things going on. Challenge your limited beliefs. The number three thing is very important. We talk about this all the time. Practicing gratitude, one of my favorite ones. Practicing gratitude is super, super important. I want you to start to cultivate a mindset around abundance by practicing gratitude. You want to know how you can practice gratitude? Very easily. Every single morning, you wake up, you say your prayers, you get yourself together in the morning, whether you brush your teeth, look in the mirror, however that works for you. Start to just be like, I'm very grateful for what I have. This is not the end all be all. I have, so in your mind that you have more work to do to reach these goals or to reach that thing you're working on, whether it's to purchase a home or, start your business or get your business to the next level. You're working on that, but give yourself some more grace and appreciate gratitude of where you are in the current moment. Because if we don't thank God right now for what we have, and we're like just reaching, going for more and more and more, we seem like we're ungrateful. We don't want to be ungrateful. So practice more gratitude. I'm going to give that to you today. You're doing an amazing job. Stay locked into what you're doing. If you need help, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Right? Appreciate all of the blessings that you have so far. Don't let none of them cut through the cracks. Right? It's no it's no winning moment that's too small. Celebrate all of your wins, practice gratitude, and I promise God will give you will attract more abundance. And then number 4 is going to be shifting your perspective. This one can be a little challenging for some of us, right? Because our perspective is something that it's our mind has been framed around something for so long, so it's kind of hard to shift your perspective of money and abundance if it's been like that for 20 30 years. Right? So for an example, like I'm 40. um, my perspective on money mindset shift at the age of 30. That's like really when I got started. So all of the things I had up until, I would say, middle school, high school, all the way up until I was 30 years old, um, you know, let's just say 20 plus years, right? That's the perspective I had on money mindset. It was 20 plus years. And then I turned 30, and then now it's like my perspective had changed, but it wasn't easy. Right? So imagine just having all of these years of thinking about something at one way, and then now it's like your perspective change. You start to experience more life. You start to want more, which is the 100% of the reason why you guys are here now. Don't think that your perspective changes overnight, because it doesn't. It's a series of events that happen in your life in order to make your perspective change. And it starts to shift slowly but surely, but it doesn't completely happen overnight. And that's okay. You have to slow walk this thing, reframe your thoughts, your money mindset thoughts, and your scarcity of abundance until you into changing your words and what you speak to yourself and your people, places, environments, and things like that. And I want you to focus on the opportunity. Right? Don't really focus on where you've been and all these things, what we come from and all that. We have to let that go, because we have to make room in our minds to open up for the new, which is opportunity for growth. And if we don't make room, we're going to miss the opportunity for growth, and we'll continue to hold ourselves back. Right? So be open to shifting your perspective. What you know until this point is what you know. You're going to learn a lot in this community, and that's exactly what this is for. And the next step I want you to do: be ready, willing, and able to take action. This thing is about taking action. 1000% taking action, right? Break the cycle of scarcity mindset by being proactive. Right? Stepping toward your goals. Set realistic financial goals. We're going to talk about financial goals later. You have to set a realistic financial expectation for which you are operating in. So that means that yours is going to look different from everybody else, because everybody finances are completely different. I want you to just focus on taking action, and what that looks like for you and your family. It's going to be different for every single one, right? Let's focus on where we're going, and not focus on where we've been or where we currently are. And I want to say this: we can tend to get so caught up, especially, if you're like me. That 2015 year for me, I couldn't see nothing. It was a bunch of struggle. It was a bunch of, I don't know how, I need resources, I need more education. What am I going to do? If the bills is due, the rent is due, and I was financially depressed, to say the least. If you are a person that's operating in that, I totally understand that you can't see very far. because I've been there and I know how that feels. You can't see really far when you're in the struggle. But I promise you, when you start to shift your perspective, a lot of things will start to lighten up for you, and just be willing to do the work and take action. Another one, which is my favorite, this is the last step that I want to talk to you guys about: surrounding yourself with the right people. I say all the time, people, places, and things are very huge for us. People, places, and things is going to determine your life. It's going to determine who you are as a person. It's going to determine what you tolerate. It's going to determine how successful you be. It's going to determine how far you go in life, what your growth cycle will be like, your journey. People, places, and things. It's going to determine every single thing about you. I want you to start to surround yourself with like-minded women that's going to uplift you and inspire you. And that is exactly why we created a Facebook group. And I encourage you to leverage the Facebook group, because what better place to be but a safe space with like minded women in business who you can connect with and build and grow at the same time of getting your personal affairs together on the back end. And I teach you and show you how to do this money mindset, right? Surround yourself in the right environments. Limit exposure to negative influence that reinforce the scarcity thinking, right? Seek out mentors, books, resources that promote mindset and abundance, right? So another thing too, I want to say this: remove yourself from any social media platforms that are full of distractions every day and full of negative talk and celebrity gossip and all these things. It's going to be a distraction, especially when you're trying to tap in the beginning. It's a huge distraction until you get the discipline of like, hey, I can, tap over here a little bit, and you learn how to balance yourself out. But if you don't have that balance yet, and this is all new to you, I highly suggest that you just start to recreate your life. That is exactly what I've done. And that's why I'm so grateful to have the knowledge to be able to take you on this journey to do the same for yourself.